G'day, it's Pete, back with another episode of the Property Club down here at Kingfisher, week 15. Let's check it out. Let's go. All right. Brian's lintel beams are all poured, and what's going to happen is we're going to move this bamboo scaffolding from Brian's house to my house and start on the beams there. And then we're going to start on the concrete pour for Brian's house. So we're kind of doing it back to front, right? So we can make the most of the scaffolding. Let's have a bit of a walk around. Like I said, it's week 15. Bit of a sun shower right now as we speak. So the rain's been on and off. Thankfully, it hasn't been really heavy. So, you know, the guys have still been able to work, which is great. Most of the concrete has been poured, so you can see the living room here. And what hasn't been poured is the master bedroom and the terrace, the lanai. Sun showers. Actually not much wind today, which is great because it's been really windy since I've been down here like the last few weeks. So not too bad. Weather's all right. Let's get a good look at the slab. Let's see what's going on with the pour, what it looks like. Get up there, eh? So this is what it looks like. So they're just finishing off the main room here. Let's zoom in. Notice they've got the tarp over top as well because it has been raining a little bit. Slab's looking good. See the Rio underneath. Just getting finished off. And then we're going to start on my beams, my lintel beams up top. Switch it around, bring over the bamboo scaffolding to this side, and also do the terrace, the lanai terrace, the concreting here. So I'm going to switch it up, and then once all the scaffolding's moved over to this side, we'll start on Brian's concreting because they've just been doing the beams on that side. You can see, actually this is all built up now, so I want to go back out the front and have a good look at the master bedroom. So you get a really good idea now of what that window is going to look like. As you can see, this beam is cantilevered, right? So it does come out a little bit, and the idea behind that is to have the daybed here, and on the corners you will be able to see out the corners, or out the sides, so you get all of that view. So an amazing view, and you know, have a nice modern look. I think we're just going with a dark tint just based on the feedback and the comments. We're just going to go with like a nice dark tint, right? And then just have the daybed there and get that beautiful wraparound view and that wonderful view of the islands. Look at that view. Actually, the water looks quite nice this morning. We've been up since early. We went to Sun and Surf, had the breakfast taco. I think it's only like 150 peso for the breakfast taco. Super tasty. Had that this morning for brekkie, and then we came out here. So not a lot happening here in the master area, right, except for this, which looks great. Want to see it from the front, and we'll have a look at that next. It's mainly just been concreting on my side this week. So the pour's almost done. This is the view from the front. See, that front window is going to be awesome, and we're getting quotes now for the window as well. So we're going to go with a dark tint on that window, so that way in the day people can't see in, but we can see out. And we're actually going to go with tempered glass on the front here, because look, we want tempered just because of typhoons and this sort of thing. Also, you can see there's still a bit of fill that needs to happen. To give you some idea, and let me just show you here, right, you can see the septic at the back here, right? So we're actually going to fill like up to the level of the septic. So that's where the grass and the ground floor is going to be. Let's get a better look at this septic tank. So this is the septic here. This is what it looks like. Good enough to stand on now. So it's capped, it's cured, ready to rock and roll. Very happy with it. And yeah, look, the brickwork does look a little bit rough. When it's all done and rendered, you won't notice that at all. You can see it levels off here. You can build it up substantially, right? Probably a bit lower to the front, so it won't look like you've got all this block work just at the front here. So it looked really nice. It's looking good. I'm glad because look, there has been rain this week, but very little. But, you know, a little bit, but it's good because, you know, they're finally doing the slab, which is fantastic. We're moving, we're cooking with gas now. So it's a warm day today. It was raining a little bit earlier today, so we were sitting at the pub and having some brekkie while we're waiting for the rain. So the house, we're going all white. We've found the roofing materials. We're going with a white opaque color and corrugated. And we're going to have radiant barrier. We're going to have insulation, which we've already bought. The roof we're going for is a thermo roof to keep the house cool, because we want the house as cool as humanly possible and keep that cooling bill down, because air conditioning costs a lot of money here in the Philippines. You know, utility bills here like electricity, it's not cheap, it's quite expensive actually. So just a quick look at Brian's. So you can see all the formwork up top on the lintel beams. And all of that has been poured now, and you can see inside as well the beams up top. See that here? So all of these have been poured. We're just waiting for them to cure. And then what's going to happen is all this scaffolding is going to move from this house. We're going to move it to the other house so we can start on my beams. That's the idea. Quick look at Brian's. Actually, there's a little tarp out the back for his septic, so I still need to finish the septic tank on Brian's. Have a quick look at it. And again, they're going to cap this up or cap it off, and it's it's going to come to like here, and that'll be the height. So we're going to put probably grass or something on top, and you won't see the walls that won't look that high, so it'll look like most likely, you know, we're going to fill, and the grass will come to like something like there. That's what it'll look like. Only thing I'm still having trouble sourcing is our shutters. So we want like Bahama style louvered shutters. If anyone knows anyone in the Philippines, anywhere in the Philippines, so we don't have to pay big shipping fees and importation tax, let me know, because I really want to get those shutters on. So we're going for the look, the white look. This will all be painted up in white. We're going with a white corrugated roof, and then the white shutters around that are going to be louvered, so it can be like a sunroof, you know, when it's a hot day in the afternoon, especially we're west facing here. So just something to think of. Want it open, we can just open it. Let's just have one last look at the work. So the crete slab's going down, and literally they're just finishing off the floor in the main room now. So this is it. Once they do this, the boys are going to go on break because they started really early in the morning. Going to go and have a break after the slab's poured. Awesome. I'm glad we got here just in time to see it finished off. Awesome. It's looking good. Yeah, good work, fellas. Awesome. Just a few things still need to be done in the garage as well. And we also sourced the roofing material for the garage. So we're all good to go. We're going to get an engineer out for the roof just to make sure that that's all good to go. But only challenge is the roof. To manufacture this roof is going to take a month. So that's the hold up now. Exciting times. Found a hat actually. Wilma got me a hat from the back of the car. Thanks, mate. So yeah, it's a bit hot and pretty humid, so the humidity makes you sweat. At the roof, we got the trusses behind me. I'm with Brian, and Brian's saying that we definitely need whirlybirds. So whirlybirds are on top for ventilation. So do you want to explain it, Brian?
Well, I'm just saying that the heat is going to build up in that narrow gap of the ceiling.
Yep.
And it's going to stay there. So this is where the whirlybirds are going to suck it out.
Suck it all out.
Yeah.
And then on the eaves, what were you thinking to have on the eaves?
We're going to have intakes so that the air comes through and then gets pushed out by the whirlybirds.
So you're saying that intake will come through the eave and then get sucked out by the whirlybird.
Yeah. So all that heat won't be staying in that ceiling.
Plus,
you've got a very narrow ceiling.
Plus, we're going to have, you know, the thermo roofing. We're going to have battens in between there, you know, to have a little bit of space to breathe for the radiant barrier, which is important. So we're going to, you know, have a talk about that after this over a beer or two. And the insulation, the rock wool.
This is going to be, if you can see the picture there, roof up there further, how high it is.
Yep.
So can you see where that heat's going to build up in there?
Whereas our roof, it doesn't have that high pitch. It's a lower pitch.
So we've got to get rid of it.
Yep, got to get rid of that heat. Yeah, I don't do well in the heat. I usually have the aircon on 24/7, even when I sleep. You can see what Brian's talking about here, just the pitch.
That's going to be the top height.
That's the height. Yeah, so it's a pretty low roof, and it's four-sided. We're going with a four-sided roof, whereas like if we compare it to, you know, the house down here, it's got a higher pitch and it's two-sided.
See you next time.
See you next time. It's been Pete, Brian, and Wilma. Cheers. Have a great day. Have a lovely weekend. Double thumbs up and bye for now. Bye-bye.
it all up, and then you've got to have them registered.
The Saturday special pulled pork sandwich here at the car wash. Look at that meat. How is it, Brian?
Tender.
Tender.
It looks nice.
Ha ha.
Louvered.